Hello all, welcome you to the part 2 on file IO and streams in C++. In the previous video, we have seen what is the meaning of a stream and how to read a data from a file. In this video, we are going to continue with our discussion. This is the program that we have seen in the last video. We have even executed this program in the code blocks. We are going to refer these files called as myfile.txt while understanding how to read the data from a file. Let's read the data from disk file. In the last video we have written the data. Now we are going to read the data from the disk file in part 2. So if we want to read the data, we have an option of including class called as ifstream. Also we have seen that fstream class can be used for writing purpose. We have used it in the last video. Now in this video we can use it for reading purpose also. We will see how to use it. Object of this class can be associated with the file. Now we are associating our ifstream object with myfile.txt. So here we can use this object class to call the methods from ifstream class, and the particular method will work on myfile.txt. This is how we can read a string from file using object and then the extraction operator and then variable. Here the s variable is representing string type. So this is the example program. In this you can clearly see that we have included ifstream class and we are calling this object as ifile. Let's say it is as input file, and we are using the same myfile.txt. And on the very next line we are saying ifile, then the extraction operator s, then again the extraction operator and s1. That means we are reading two strings from the file, and the same strings are displayed on the screen. So here on the right upper corner we are seeing the contents from my myfile.txt, which has a1 and then c space plus, and the output of this program is a and 1. So it is clearly we are reading only two strings. So the program has read first two strings from the file. Let's reason this output. Why is it so? So the my file contains the data a space 1 space c space plus space plus. We read two strings from the file, my file. So it has read a, which is the first string in the file, and the second string is 1, and the output of the program was a space 1. So one may wonder that okay, this character can be read as a string, it's fine, but how come 1 is read as a string even if it's a number? So let's understand it with the example. So here let's understand there is a file 1 for the sake, and it has a data called as 1 comma 2 3 4. So when a human being is going to read this data in a file, let's say we have opened this text file, file 1, which have 1 comma 2 3 4, then obviously one may read it as 1234. But it is not the case with the computer. Specifically, the computer understands this as a streams or bytes. Now here again stream means zeros and ones, group of zeros and ones, flow of data. So the computer understands this file not as a 1234, but computer understands this file as 1 comma 2 3 4, each character as a separate entity for the computer. So when a data goes in a file on a disk, then everything for a computer is a stream character. Like what we see on the disk, let's say we are displaying this 1 2 3 4 on the screen, but what is actually stored on the computer disk? A binary code for 1, a binary code for comma, a binary code for 2 3 and 4. So computer has to process that data and generate a actual representation on the screen. So for computer it is nothing but a group of zeros and ones which are actually written on the disk. That is a stream. So let's say that the computer understands it as 5 separate characters. Namely, the character 1 is 1, character 2 is comma, character 3 is 2, character 4 is 3, and character 5 is 4. So computer understands these 5 individual characters which are written in a file. And but there is one particular main thing here is that there is no space in each of this character. So together 1 comma 2 3 4 forms a single string. Now we know that string is bunch of characters or the group of characters or the character array. We have learned many things about, like, okay, this can be string. When you have multiple characters together, we call it as a string. A character array is also called as a string. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, as it has no space in between them, we can treat this all bunch of characters as a single entity, and this single entity will be a string, as it is bunch of or group of characters. So what does our file contains? Our file contains a space 1 space c space plus space plus. So this file contains 5 separate strings, namely a, 1, c, plus and plus. So each separated with the space. So when we read 2 strings from the file, here is the code to read 2 strings from the file. So when we read 2 strings from the file s and then again the extraction operator and then s1, then it will read a and 1, which are first 2 strings from the file, and the output will be on the command prompt, which is a and 1. So let's try this program in code blocks and understand this in better way. So here is our program, which contains an object of class ifstream called as ifile. We are opening the myfile.txt. The object is reading 2 strings from the file, and we are displaying the same 2 strings on the screen. So here are contents of myfile.txt, which contain a, 1, then c, plus, then we have added some extra data in the last video, which is it's done, and then 2 dot space 1 dot 1. Now if we run this program, let's compile it. So program has compiled. If we execute this program, it clearly displays a and 1 on the screen, and we are reading 2 strings from the file. What if we read one more string from the file? Let's read it. Let's say s2. So again extraction operator s2, and we will display the same on the screen. Let's add one space and then let's say s2. Now let's go and understand what is the third string in the file. So strings are separated with the spaces. So a is the first string, 1 is the second string, again there is a space, and then the c is coming in picture. So this program is going to display now a1 c. So let's compile. Let's just run. So here you can see that the program is displaying a, 1 and c. Now these are okay, see, program treats the string which is separated by space, but now in the first string there is only one character, in the second string also there is only one character, and in the third string also there is only one character. So we can read these 3 strings as characters also, because they contain only one character inside them. So instead of using string, if I use character type, and if I compile this program and execute it, again I'll get the same output. Now the story is going to change. How? Let's see what is our third data in the file. So a is the first data, 1 is the second data, c is the third data, and then we have plus, which is a string of 4 characters, plus. Plus is the fourth data in the file, which is a bunch of 4 characters. Now if we use again a character data, let's say s3, to read the data from a file, and let's read it s3, and let's again display this data on the screen. Let's say let's add one more space and display s3. Now if we compile, it will compile, but remember guys, now we are not using the data as a string type, we are using the data as character. And now a is a single character, 1 is a single character, c is a single character, but plus, which is the fourth data in the file, it's not a single character, it's a group of characters which are 4, but we are reading only one character from these 4 characters. So what will be the output? Let's compile. So program has compiled. Let's execute. So here you can see that a, 1, c, and only first character from the plus is read. So that is the effect of reading individual characters from the file. If you just replace this data with the string, then again this each and every character will be treated as a string. But in the first string there is only one character, in the second string also there is only one character, in the third string also there is only one character, in the fourth string there are 4 characters, and now we are reading string and not a character. It will read entire string from the file. So let's compile. So I execute it. Let's compile. and now let's run. Now here you can see that the output is A, which is first string, 1 which is a second string, C is a third string, and then plus. So this is the effect of using different data types while reading from a file. We can use a integer data type for reading 1 because 1 can be represented by a number. So we can use integer data type for reading 1 from the file. Let's say int number, and now while reading the second string s1, instead of using a string type we will use number. While displaying also, let's use, instead of s1 let's use number. Let's compile. So program compiled, let's execute. So here you can see that there is no change in the output. Now instead of reading 1 as a character or a string, we are reading it as a number. So here you can use different data types to read particular data from a file. If there is a numeric data, you can use numeric type. If there is a character data, use character type. Or if you want to read a string, then go and use string for reading from a file. Now we are using ifstream class. In the last lecture, last video, we have tried ofstream class and fstream class for writing the data. Now in this lecture, in this video, let's try to use fstream class for reading from a file. So let's compile the program again. So program has compiled. Let's execute it. So program executed. Let's add one more string data. Let's add, now I'll use the same variable as s1. Let's display it on the screen. As we are using a number, no variable to read a number, s1 variable is free for me to use it to read a new string from the file. So I'll make use of that. Let's compile and let's execute. Now the entire file is read. So here we are reading data character by character or a string by string from a file. What if your file contains multiple data? Now what is the main drawback of this program is it is reading the data independently. Like we have to provide a variable. Each time we want to read a new data, we have to provide a variable. What if we want to read the entire line? We are not reading the entire line in this code. Also, we are not reading the entire file in one go. We are reading data separately, one by one. So this is not like what can say the serving the purpose of reading the entire file. We are reading only piece of a data. Let's learn how to read the entire file in part 3 of file handling. Thank you.